It was the 1990s, a big show in a small town off I-75 in Georgia. They were called the biggest cocks in the henhouse. But things have changed since then. It's been 30 years, and they finally found a home here, like everyone else, doing a podcast. It's Erica and Mark, the phone call podcast thing.
Hello, who's this?
Hola!
Oh, is this the Mexican motorcycle mafia gang? I have nothing but respect.
I always laugh.
For
I go
you.
to Texas, and I'm around a lot of Mexican people, obviously. And then I come home and I get accused. And apparently the playground thought it was real funny too.
Oh,
Because now they put it on their Facebook page that's being passed around.
so what Mark is
I've
talking
become
about?
a meme.
Yeah, what Mark is talking about is I sent him, actually posted it on our Facebook. I logged into Facebook. Aren't you proud of me?
Yes.
And I posted a picture that I stole from Reddit of some old guy wearing a biker cut, which is a leather vest. To those of you not in the biker community, and what does it say? Sons of Alzheimer.
Sons of Alzheimer's. And then the
rocker on the bottom. What did that say?
the rock on the bottom says, "Where's my bike?" with a question mark.
How hard did you laugh when I sent you that? And you were where when you got that? I need to hear the story.
Oh, I was actually when you sent. You sent me that like a day or two ago, right?
Yeah, a couple days ago.
Okay, so I think I was here already. I think I was already home.
Okay, good. So
I got home from Texas on Tuesday evening.
you weren't publicly embarrassed then.
No,
That's too bad. Well, wait a minute. So who saw it at the playground? What are you talking about there?
well, because you put it up on Facebook, and the playground's friends of ours, and they monitor all the different shows they have, and when they see something that makes them laugh.
Yeah.
They give it the laughing emoji on their page, and then they take it and repurpose it on their page.
Oh, interesting. So what you're saying is that I should do more social media, is what you're saying.
Stan knows who knows I'm an old person.
I mean,
he's on. Jeff knows I'm an old person, says he's on there now. Yes.
I don't know. I don't know who that is. I literally made
Jeff,
that up.
I think maybe you didn't know Jeff.
No.
Jeff's an old B103 guy.
Oh, okay.
And then he was promotions director for a while. And
Well,
now
Jeff,
he's,
if you're
he got
listening
out
to
of-
this, I'm very sorry. And
So all the old people that I used to work with down there that are all part of the playground got a good kick out of that. And they probably semi-believe it.
I mean,
Because I almost believe it.
it is very, very believable.
My bike is red. Had I had one of those black street glides like everybody else has in there under the sun, I would be going, oh, God. Where do I park it?
Where's my bike? Who am I?
I better put a fish tag around it so I can tell which one's mine.
What, like Fish the band? Fit the Stoner band?
No,
don't do that.
Fish like in like the fish that were spread over the Mount of Olives.
Oh, the Jesus fish.
The Jesus fish.
Yes. See, if you say Jesus fish, I know what that is.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
So we had a good time, man, in Texas. Crazy story. It's making national news now. Have you seen this thing yet?
Texas? No. What?
Okay. We were in San Antonio before we went back to Houston to go to see a show. And that's where my brother-in-law and sister-in-law live, is in San Antonio. She's a dean, I think, of nursing for University of Texas, San Antonio.
Okay.
So they live up there. And so we're just going from place to place. We're trying all these really very trendy eatery places and things like that. So we're having a good time. Come back. I throw the local news on. 'Cause I always like to see what's going on, especially where I'm at when I don't know where exactly I am, because I want to make sure I don't accidentally walk into a mob of people.
Right. Or maybe a competing motorcycle gang. You gotta be careful. We don't want any rumbles.
There's a Spanish young lady, or looks Spanish.
Yeah.
And she's got a lot of dark makeup, like she had just left a goth show.
Oh.
Okay. And she has long, beautiful cobalt. Excuse me.
Bless you. Gesundheit? What do I say? I don't know what to do.
But she's fine. Gesundheit's
All right.
also good.
Okay.
Okay. I have to edit all that out.
Nah, it's too late.
Blue cobalt hair.
So she's screaming for attention.
Yes.
Yep.
And she's arrested.
Really screaming for attention.
So what does she get arrested for? Apparently her son had this great idea that he wanted to go in and shoot up the school. And she was on board.
This is a terrible idea.
So she went out and bought her son, some rifles and some
You're
pistols.
shitting me.
And bulletproof vest.
No, she did not.
And tons of ammunition.
No, I didn't see this. This is on the news.
And now it's national news now. Instead of San Antonio, you gotta look it up. And the funny thing about it was, not funny haha, but funny odd is, this was payment. See, all he had to do was watch his siblings while she went to work, and that's how he was paid.
Mom,
So-
if you buy me a bunch of stuff to shoot up the school, I'll watch my brothers. Oh my God! So that's just more evidence that you have to take a test to drive a car, but not to squeeze a
Yes.
child from a vagina.
So they're and what the outrage around San Antonio was, she gets arrested, and she's out within less than 24 hours on a $1,000 bond.
Well, I mean, what did she really do? There was no harm, no foul.
It's
fine.
It was an alleged shooting, I
Right,
guess.
right, and later this weekend she'll probably steal a car, and she'll be like, "What? I didn't mean to. Let me out for $50," and they'll do it. They'll just let her
Well,
out.
here's what her reason for getting out was, and getting out early and getting out cheap. And the lawyer presented this, and the attorney said, the
So
judge said,
thumbs up. So there was a sale at the gun store. Is that what it was?
No, she just needed to go to work, and that's why.
And she works.
And they said, and she works
at a gun store.
She's got to keep the money coming in and raise her kids. And the judge said that sounds okay. You didn't do a very good job with the older one. Do we really want her around the younger ones now?
I mean, there's a lot of questions, a lot of lack of common sense going on in Texas.
I mean, you think about it. There's a lot of people out there that, and I've seen it, not necessarily firsthand, but pretty close to firsthand, of parents that really thought they were helping the children and were actually giving them really, 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 really bad advice.
I mean, I know people that smoke weed or drink with their teenage kids, and I just can't imagine that.
Yeah,
I'd rather have them doing it here with us than somewhere.
Yeah.
No,
You're not their friend.
You're not doing them a favor at all. You need boundaries. You are not the. You could be friends when they're in their 20s. But until then, you're a prison warden.
As believe it or not, my kids, when I made my first amends to them, had no idea I did drugs or drank.
Wow. You are either they're not too with it, or you're pretty damn sneaky.
I don't drink at like public, like family functions. I don't drink.
Oh, what is that? You got to take your pill? I heard an alarm go off there.
No, what it is I have to quickly get this done. Go to expresslane.org because I did not pay my tolls.
Oh no.
And and they said that I could lose they could make me lose. It's my final notice, and starting June 8th, the records say that we're going to have to, if I don't pay it by June 8th, that they're going to take away my registration.
You do know that that's a scam, right? You didn't reply to that, right?
Not yet. I was getting ready to.
Oh, Mark, no.
Where's my bike?
Yeah. Hopefully it's with your credit card, and you can't find either one of them because you don't need to go down that road there, buddy.
No, but parents that it's good to I don't know because my dad didn't raise me with a very good self-esteem, and that's part of my story, but it's like I don't know if I'd rather had him tell me, if you don't get your act together, you're not going to do much with your life. I'd rather think I hear that than, no, it's okay, kids. You feel like you're a cat? That's okay. Here's some cat food, and we're going to bring you a bowl of milk to school, and it's just like.
And hey, honey, if you want to shoot the school up, I'll buy you some stuff. Just watch the kids for me tomorrow.
That's a great thing. You're very ambitious.
Yeah.
Not just one child. You want to shoot them all?
Can't say that. Can't say that.
Oh,
here.
I can't. Oh, really?
Hey, I have breaking news. This just come across my
Hold
phone
on a minute, I gotta
from.
write this down. 9:38.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
No, you could say that, please.
Oh, okay.
Don't. We don't edit this podcast for those of you who are listening, do we?
Good.
We don't edit things out, do we?
I only edit some things.
I only edit some things. Like what?
Like
what
when
did
I say
do?
when I say my ex-wife's name.
Oh, you mean? Oh my God! These people want your money.
They're and they already hit my wife up too. They must.
You can swipe it left and hit delete and report junk. You know about that, right? Do that. Okay. So
Report
meantime,
to
I'm
DMV.
gonna go to the breaking news that is actual news right now instead of Mark almost getting scammed again. This is a live update from Osceola County, Florida, which is just outside of Orlando. It's in the Orlando metro. Are you familiar with Osceola County?
Yes, I am.
Yes, that's a big county right outside of Orlando.
Yes.
They have arrested the sheriff of Osceola County.
Wait a minute,
sheriff.
is he the guy that has like the slumlords and stuff?
No. That's all.
Other guy?
That's all alleged, and that's another neighboring county. We're not going to say any names here.
Right.
We don't want to.
I think that's the guy I actually.
We don't know
like.
that. Yeah, that's the guy that we all like. But
okay, yeah, and he didn't do anything wrong.
he might be a little shady. But this other guy
just embarrasses people.
Right. This other guy over in Osceola County, his name is Mark Jemaim, and. Oh wait, no. This is the trial attorney talking about the Sheriff Lopez is his name. Okay. Marcos Lopez has been arrested. The sheriff, not like a sheriff's deputy, one of the guys who works for it, the elected sheriff. That guy. He is in big trouble for illegal gambling. It turns out. I don't know what kind of gambling. I mean, it just says massive illegal gambling operation.
Could he been running a cockfight?
I don't know. Whoa, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? I mean, terrible, but how fucking awesome would that be if he was running the cockfights? And I don't even know what cities in Osceola County. Do they have cities in Osceola County?
I don't know. This is a good question.
I think that's Kissimmee. I think Kissimmee is in Osceola County.
Yes, I know it makes sense for it to be. And Kissimmee's actually pretty big now.
Yeah. Well, Kissimmee is. You know what? They had to replace all the "Welcome to Kissimmee" signs recently. Did you hear about this?
No.
It now says "Welcome to Puerto Rico," because there's no one that speaks English anymore and apparently with the release of the sheriff. Nope, I'm not sure he speaks English either. Here, Mr. Marcos Lopez. But he apparently was serving and protecting the hell out of the gambling establishments in that town. There's a nice mugshot of him.
Major kickback guy.
I don't know what's going on. It's they don't have a whole lot of details. The governor has filed an executive order to suspend him. The federal counts of racketeering, which is a first-degree felony. He's never going to be able to get his gun rights back. It's going to be hard for him to remain sheriff, but I'm sure he'll try because this is what happens.
Usually those guys, those kind of people that do all that stuff and have these crazy amounts of things, they usually double down on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like they're not wrong.
I'm going to make it real hard on you, so I'm going to be loud about it and fight everywhere unless you make me a deal, which is what all they want.
Is it calling racism or anything or no?
It doesn't say anything about that. It just says the charges listed on the jail's websites are racketeering and conspiracy to commit racketeering. And the cops are saying, and the DA are all saying, massive illegal gambling operation in Osceola County, Florida. Interesting.
Wow.
I don't even know if I know anybody over there.
And that's an elected position, right?
Yes, the sheriff, not some sheriff's deputy who just went bad. The boss.
Wow.
I know. There's video of his arrest here. That he's wearing his full uniform in handcuffs.
Was he? I wonder if he was one of those cocky ones too. Like he.
I don't know.
Went around and had, like he had a little bit of a tood with him, like a little chip on his shoulder.
Don't know. I don't know. I've
never heard of him before.
No, me neither. No, because the other one in the county next to him gets all the publicity.
Well, he don't play.
No, he doesn't.
He's one of the greatest things that happened in Florida.
Sheriff, why did you shoot the perpetrator 86 times? Because that's how many bullets we had. That is something he actually said during a press conference. But that, you know what? He wasn't wrong to say it because they had killed one of his deputies and a police dog and a state trooper. So I think the guy, one of the news reporters from Tampa was kind of giving him shit about it and got put right back in his place by the sheriff when he said, this man killed two of my deputies and a highway patrol officer. And if we'd have had more bullets, we'd have used them too.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, people, sometimes these press guys, they really think they're really sharp. But you got to watch other people and watch before you go out there. You don't just take I'll take this story because I want to make a name for myself.
Right.
You just got to watch how everybody else handles him and how they handle and how he's handling them and understand your game will never be that high.
I don't know why this guy would even be possessed to ask such a dumb question. But if you think that you're going to take on Sheriff Grady Judd and win, if I were that reporter, I would drive around I-4 on the way to Orlando the next time just to stay out of Polk County because that's just dumb. Dumb.
Oh gosh. I always get it. He does a great job too with the sex offenders.
Oh my God,
he's brutal.
Yeah, he's still doing the Dateline shows. Why don't you come in and have a seat?
Yes,
tell us.
He does his own version of it.
Now, what's in that paper bag right there? I noticed you got some. What is in there? Some. That looks to be little bottles of liquor and some condoms. And what were you planning on doing with that? Well, this is for somebody else. I don't know where that came from.
I don't know where.
All right. I missed it. Do you know why they had to stop doing that show on NBC?
No.
One of the guys, they actually had to quit. One of the guys who they caught doing that, and then the anchor would whatever his name was would say, "Well, I can't."
Hansen.
Yeah, Chris Hansen would say, "Well, I can't keep you here. You're free to leave," and all the cops are waiting outside. Well, one of the guys who clearly did it killed himself.
Oh,
yeah. So rather than go to have a messy trial, he knows he was one of those. And why does that get the show canceled? He knows what he did. He saved the taxpayer a lengthy trial, but now the show gets canceled all because of one guy.
I was wondering whatever happened to that thing. He was so good. I think and people just kept doing it.
Oh yeah, there was Lou from Lizella. His daughter and I were really good friends for a long time. I haven't talked to her much since she had her son though, and she used to work for the sheriff's department in Columbus, Georgia, and they would work with those Dateline guys and help set up the houses to trap all these potential pedophiles. She loved it. She was like, "Oh man, I wish we would do this every day." I'm like, dude, I would move up there and work with you. I would love to lock these people up Are you kidding me?
Not that long ago, I saw where Grady had arrested a guy from Carolina who was actually a detective that was working cases that involved child molestation.
No, really?
And he was down in Orlando in a police car.
Yeah.
In an unmarked police car.
Yep.
In Orlando for a convention. Mm-hmm. And while he was on his convention, he logged on to someplace and accidentally stumbled into one of Grady's girls.
Oh, boy.
And he thought it'd be fun. He drove his police car all the way from Orlando.
And let me guess, he was using. Well, I was investigating. I'm deep undercover. I'm so deep. I've got
yes. I didn't even know it.
Yeah, I'm so deep. I forgot why I was here. Who are you? Who am I?
And he put his picture out there on the thing just like he does them all.
I mean,
Put
sure.
the pictures up, and this is the guy.
Oh, he doesn't care, man.
And this is what he does.
Yep.
And yet he does the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Preach.
He's that dumb. That's what I love about him because he'll say that things like that. He's that dumb.
Yeah, so back when we used to judge the talent show at the prison in Macon, you didn't do that with me, did you?
No.
No, that was me and the other radio stations and a couple TV anchors. You would not go. We had a medium security prison, which was
there's
very
few
nice.
Things I would not. I never wanted to be involved in lightning storms and jail.
So move to Florida. That's a good idea.
I had a severe phobia of jail. I think it's because all the laws I broke.
Dude, everybody's
never got
broken laws.
arrested.
Everyone's done
You know.
it. Yeah.
You know, so it's like
Well,
I
so-
don't know, but I had a severe phobia of being in
So
jail.
you're just afraid that if you walk in there, they're going to look at you and say, "Oh, you look like you might have used to been a cokehead,
I don't
sir."
think I could ever really. Actually, I really don't think I could ever survive prison. I think I would be dead.
I mean, yeah, well, obviously, that's probably the easiest way out. But when you go when you go in there, it's really not. This was kind of a medium security prison, although they did have a bit of a riot and a problem one year, and we didn't get to do the last year we were there. We didn't get to do the talent show because they'd canceled it because of maybe there was an escape or something bad happened.
Oh, okay.
But when you go in there, you have to give up your belt and your wallet and your ID and everything. So, you don't even the laces on your shoes. So, they even told me, hey, just, do you have a pair of boots? And I'm like, yeah, I got boots. They have laces? No, they don't have. Where are your boots? And they're gonna make you take your boots off and search your boots, and you have to take your belt off if you have a belt, and just don't wear a watch, and we'll keep all your stuff safe. And you go in, and then you after you get past the security gates, you walk out into a yard, just like a big open campus, and they have like apartments. There were apartment buildings with glass windows.
Huh.
And those were the cells. I mean, it was like a dormitory campus, and there was a huge gymnasium, and that was where they walked us into, and they had one guard for two of us. So we're just kind of walking around. We're kind of sitting there waiting for things to get organized, and I remember looking at all these people. I'm like, oh, I'm dying to know what he did. What did he do? What did that guy do? what are these guys all in here for? I need to know.
Because some people don't even look creepy. They don't even look like they could have done anything.
Dude, there was one guy who was probably in his early 30s, good looking guy, good haircut, very tall and very muscular, just looked like a regular white dude, right? Just like a guy that you would see at a nice restaurant. And I said, I finally said something. I said, hey, what about that guy? What's he doing in here? He doesn't look like he belongs in here. This place looks like it's full of. So what I learned about prison is full of stupid people. That's, I don't want to say everybody is stupid in prison, but most people who go to prison are not the sharpest knives in the drawer, if you know what I mean. And that's how they get caught. But this guy did not look like, he didn't fit the bill of all these other guys who were half of them were walking around like, do what now? That's who's in prison. And I said, what about this guy? He didn't look like he belongs here. He's like, oh, that guy's a hell of a story. And I said, what? And he's like, I'm not supposed to say, but he was a stockbroker from Atlanta. And he was driving home just after having dinner one night after work, and he had a couple glasses of wine, and some homeless dude wandered out in front of his new 7 Series BMW in the dark. And the guy even said, he's like, yeah, I read the whole transcripts. I mean, there's no way he could. The guy was in a dark area, no crosswalk, homeless drunk guy stumbles in the road and he hits him and kills him. But because the cops smelled alcohol in his breath, he got DUI manslaughter. And they sent him to prison. And I'm like, well, that just cured me of ever drinking and driving again.
Yes.
Because holy shit.
Yeah, you can't control that kind of stuff.
No, and he got like 10 years or 20 years, something like that, for 2 glasses of wine. And oh my God, prime of his life, just in there with all these idiots. That would be the worst part, being in there with all the idiots. It's not the raping. I'm not sure there was a whole lot of raping going on there. I did ask about that, and he said that's a little bit exaggerated in the media. The people who are doing that are the ones who are doing it consensually because they, need, and I said, what, so there's a lot of gay guys? He's like, oh, no, there's plenty of guys who aren't gay that do that. They just need to have, somebody else do it. Yeah, so just no. They just need to have they need to have sex in their lives. And while they're in there, that's their only option, so that's what they do. They're not gay. But when they're in there, they'll do gay stuff because, sex is sex, I guess, when beggars can't be choosers.
I've heard them say that about that.
Yeah.
I've heard that before. They call it like prison gay or something.
I totally believe it. I do. I totally believe it. I don't want to find out.
No, me neither.
I know you don't. But I'm still disappointed that you never came to prison with us because it was so interesting.
And even with the ministry, the recovery ministry is, you have a lot of that, going to prisons and stuff and talking to people about when you get out.
Not you.
To stay sober. Not me.
Oh, no. Those people, no, you got nothing for them, huh? That's what it is?
Well, no, what I do is when you get out of prison and you're on paper where you had to sign that you came to my class, I sign your papers that you were there.
I'm starting to hear that you have a conditional love going on for these people, Mark. That's what I'm hearing.
Love them from afar, as they say.
Yeah, that's interesting.
No, I was just, I don't know what, it's just very, I don't know. It takes, there's a lot of people that do that, the prison ministry. My, I guess it would be my stepsister, when my mom got remarried. She's married, and her husband is a minister, and he does ministry at prisons.
Ask him how dumb the people are in prisons. Seriously, just say, sorry, are these people kind of like low IQ people? Because that was what I found out when I was in there. Do you know what the scary part about being in the prison? The scariest part was not being in the prison or having a bunch of convicts around you and talking to you. The scariest part was the ones who knew who I was, and then.
Oh yeah, we had listeners.
Oh yeah, we used to get. I used to get in trouble for collect calls all the time.
Yeah,
Did you accept a collect call last month? Oh, probably. That sounds like something I would do. Yeah.
What was it? What was that guy's name? I think his name was Wayne. And all he wanted to hear was 30 days in the hole.
Yeah. He was up in the Milledgeville Federal Pen.
Yeah. I want to hear 30 days in the hole.
I do remember that. We used to ask him all kinds of inappropriate questions. But dude, the most stressful thing about being in that prison, being a judge at a talent show, was the people who didn't win the talent show. They're going to get out. And are they going to remember that yes. I didn't vote for them to win the talent show? That's. And it was interesting. We had stand-up comedy. We had bands. We had people we had all kinds. We had a whole gambit of people's talents. We had a guy who was an auctioneer. It was fascinating. We had an auctioneer. He won, by the way. I'll never forget the auctioneer. He totally won. He killed it. He had even the other prisoners were like, yeah, all right. Yeah, Larry gets it. But
they have a big rodeo here for prison. It's in Angola, which is the big prison up in the center of the state. And they have their prison rodeo every year.
You should go.
It's like $50 a person to go see that. And it's like real rodeo.
$50 to get in and out of prison sounds like a bargain to me, Mark.
Yeah.
You should go.
It almost sounds like the bail for taking care of a kid in a prison, in a school shooting.
Yeah, alleged school shooting situation. Right.
Yeah. Her blue hair does not lie.
Nope. I'm sorry for any of you who are listening with blue hair.
That has blue hair, yeah. You're not all bad.
Stop it. You're screaming for help. We get it. If you want attention, just call. You don't need to do this to your hair.
Was that what I was doing? Was I calling, screaming for help when you knew me and I had my highlights?
No, I think you were trying to impress younger chicks. I think that's all it was.
That was always my big downfall.
Yeah. You were like pushing 40 and like, hey, how do I get these 20-year-olds to look at me? I know.
What was it, Bob? I forgot. What did Bob say? What did Bob say?
Who the hell's Bob?
Garrett. What did Bob say? I think he said that I was looked like I was a frustrated 40-year-old trying to get the boy band back together.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
something like that.
Or yeah, he said something like, "You're a little old to be in a boy band, aren't you, Mark?" Bob Garrett was so funny, man. Why are the funniest people we know dead?
Oh yes,
man.
Yes, hilarious, man. That guy was so funny.
Best. Yes, he was. He was the best.
He had a good look at life for someone that was literally born to die.
Yeah, no, he had very creative ways of calling in sick as well.
Yes.
I have that. Do you think we can legally get away with playing that piece of imaging when he worked in Cincinnati on the air? We probably can.
I don't know. Can we?
Yeah, we probably can. It's just
you can always just say you're sorry.
I found it on the internet, so I just got it from the internet. So if it's on the internet, people can play it there. It's fine.
Right.
You want to play that right now and go to a break?
Yes.
All right. So this is a recording that I have of when Bob worked at WEBN in Cincinnati after he left Florida. He was doing the same shit to them as he was to me. It was, I would get these phone calls. Hey, I'm not going to be able to make it tonight.
Just like him.
unless something happens. My doctor says, and it's like, okay, now I got to cover his 7 to midnight shift. But I never really got mad at it because I knew how sick he was. It was just like, it was like, all right, well, I got 3 people who are dying to get, dying for airtime. And so it wasn't ever hard finding anybody to cover Bob's shift. It was just kind of like, oh, man, now I got to start making phone calls. And, and I'm the one who's on the air from 2 to 6, and then Bob is on from 6 to midnight. So if I don't find anybody, I'm stuck there until Bob shows, until somebody shows up.
This was before voice tracking.
There was no computer in that station. No. So anyway, when he went to EBN in Cincinnati, he was doing the same thing, and they decided to make a piece of imaging out of it that sounds just like this.
Next time you need a day off, don't just call in sick. Call in near death.
This is Bob. I am just completely incapacitated, exhausted, dying. I don't know.
Let Bob Garrett help you find the right words with his proven technique.
I'm going to talk to my doctor again tomorrow. Just tell him the situation's grave.
For the first time, Bob Garrett shares the program he's perfected through years of calling in sick, revealing the subtle pacing, voice tone, and inflection that's kept Bob off the job and his boss on the hook.
Today took everything out of me. I apologize.
With just one tedious, pitiful, yet desperate phone call, any guilt you may have thought you had is quickly transferred to your employer.
It's 12 Wednesday night.
Read Bob Garrett's new pamphlet, I Don't Think I'll Be In Today, and listen to Bob Garrett's proven words with the included cassette tape, I May Not Be Back Tomorrow.
Unless God himself comes and cures me tomorrow, or in the night sometime.
Bob Garrett's I Don't Think I'll Be In Today.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
Ring, ring.
Tech support hotline. My name is Erica. How can I help you?
Hello, Erica.
Hi.
I was curious of when is the iOS 26 coming out? I hear it's coming out next week.
iOS 26. Now, you're speaking of the Apple iPhone. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
And do you know what are you on now? Do you have an iPhone? Are you an
Yes,
Android?
I do.
You do have. That's great, because right now we should be on version 18.5 is what your phone should be. Can you take a look at that? And is that what you have there?
I am at 18.5.
All right. So why in the hell would they make it 26 from 18.5?
That's what I was trying to figure out. I thought it would just be 19.
Sir, we have the same questions here at the Apple Store. We don't know much of anything, but what we can do currently is go to Google, or even better, we can use. Are you familiar with AI? It stands for. You sound very old. Do you know what? It sounds like. Have you heard of AI? It stands for artificial intelligence, and we're gonna ask that right now.
I think I know.
Let's see what they say. Hey, Cove Buddy, can you tell me more about this new update that's coming to the Apple iPhone? They're saying it's going to be iOS 26 or something crazy, but we're on 25. Is there a time warp I don't know about? Can you help out the senior citizen I have on the phone, please?
Haha, sure thing. There's no time warp, I promise. iOS 26 isn't officially out yet. Apple usually announces major updates in June during their Worldwide Developers Conference and releases them around September. If we're currently on iOS 25, then iOS 26
We're not,
is probably
though.
just
We're
around
not.
the corner, but not here yet. So no need to worry, everything's right on schedule.
Okay, well, anytime AI tells me anything, I tend to believe it. So there you go, Mark. Even
Nothing
though
to
we're
see
on...
here. He gave you the nothing to see here speech.
That's right. Do you have any other questions for the Apple Store today, sir?
Well, I was kind of wondering what the iOS 26 would be like.
I think it's time for your nap. That's what I think. I think you should take a nap. And we...
I did put in a thing where I was asked them if they could have my Apple phone remind me when it was time to take my pills.
Yes, the Apple phone can do that. All you have to do is say, "Hey Siri, remind me every day at 4:20 to take my medicine." And by take my medicine, I mean smoke my weed. You can make her do that if you wish.
Did Siri start talking?
Damn it. Now I did it to my phone. Now I got to cancel. Hey, Siri, cancel that last reminder at 4:20. Why you do this to me? All right.
Because I have my headphone on, I didn't have to worry about that this time. What's this? Want to hear how smart like mine is?
Yeah, what does yours do?
Hey, Siri.
What do you got? You got a black one? What is that?
Hey, Siri.
How did I know? You got sassy black Siri. I want sassy black Siri.
I don't know how that happened.
Oh my God! You know what? I bet she's busy on Sunday morning singing in the church choir.
Hey, Siri. Are you busy on Sunday morning singing at the church choir?
She's thinking about it.
There's nothing called church choir scheduled at 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Sunday.
She's just useless, man. Totally useless.
I do have the other one, the AI, but it's here on my Mac, but I don't have it on my phone because I'm still roughing it with an 11.
I thought you got a new phone.
Not yet.
Oh my God.
I had to pay for my car insurance. You know what it's like having car insurance in the South?
Yeah, I have about a $3,200 car insurance bill coming up in a month.
Is that 6 months or 1 year?
6 months.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh boy,
I
he's
can't
right.
complain then.
Nope.
Mine's $1,200.
1,200. Oh,
Mine's 6 months.
Yeah, mine's
every 6 months,
mine's
yeah.
more than that for one car.
Progressive.
I have two
my
cars.
motorcycle is crazy.
Really?
It's full coverage and it's $500 a year.
You know why that is? Because
it's not my mandate. Well, they figure I'm not going to be around to collect it.
No, well, right. That's why. Because if you get into a motorcycle wreck, it's the life insurance that's going to pay out, not their insurance.
Yes.
Yeah, there's not going to be any repairs there.
Nobody's going to want that bike fixed after you die.
No, of course not. What else is going on?
Oh, well, let me see here. I did put together a list.
A list?
Yeah, and the reason why it made me sit down and write this list was when you got my Alzheimer's gang vest up online, and I said, I want to tell you, these are the benefits to growing old. This is exactly why you can look at your age now and say, I know I'm only a year or two behind Mark, but I try to pretend like it's 20.
I'm more than a decade ahead behind you, Mark. More than.
These are things you can look forward to.
All right,
Like,
so there.
for example,
all right,
these are reasons why it's to look forward to.
I don't
old.
believe any of this already, but whatever you got to tell yourself, go ahead, convince me.
Okay, kidnappers are not interested in you anymore.
They've never been interested in me. Too mouthy. Even when I was a kid, they would have given me back.
Here's another one. No one ever expects you to run anywhere.
Well, that's true. That's true now.
People call at 9 p.m. and ask, did I wake you?
Oh, I know not to call you that late at night. I would never do that.
No. Yeah. People no longer view you as a hypochondriac. There's nothing left to learn the hard way. But you know what? I still find ways. That's not true.
I don't find that to be true.
Quick sidebar.
Yeah.
I'm in Houston.
What'd you do?
I'm looking, I'm in San Antonio. I'm leaving my sister and brother-in-law's home, and I'm craving for something sweet. So I want to get custard. You know what custard is, right?
Yeah.
It's like an ice cream. It's soft ice cream.
You know what custard is, right, don't you, dear? It's like an ice cream.
From Jersey.
I'm not that old.
Okay, so they have a place called Freddy's that serves like burgers.
Yeah, I got one right up the street from here.
Oh,
they
okay.
have,
So I just asked if there's Freddy's around, and there's one like 2.5 miles away from where I'm at.
Yeah.
So perfect. We got there, we pull in. My wife has a little smash burger, and I have a custard, and get in the car, hit the GPS to find the hotel, right?
Yep.
Get out in the car. I know I got to get out and make a right. I know that for a fact. Mm-hmm. So I get out, make a right, and it's taking a minute to spin in before it gets itself hooked in. It says I got 18 miles to go. I said, oh my God, I went way out of the way, I guess. So I'm starting, I go all the way down the road. There's a lot of frontage roads in Texas.
Yes.
So I'm going on the frontage road, and I have to hang a U-turn, go back the other frontage road to get back, and then make a U-turn to get back on the front.
Yeah, this is why everybody in Texas has 100,000 miles on their 2-year-old cars.
So I went down, came around, down, come around. As I'm making the bend out of the last U-turn, here's the Freddy's. Back where Freddy's is again.
I love Freddy's.
And two buildings from the Freddy's was the actual hotel.
Oh, okay then. So you drove.
So I drove around for 20 minutes. Fighting 610 traffic, which is the Beltway.
Looking for your hotel that
Looking
was
for
right
the
by
hotel
the
was
goddamn Freddy's.
Right, I could have walked to it.
Oh, my God.
So, see, that's not true. I wrote this, and now I'm realizing, no, it's not true. I still have ways to learn the hard way.
I actually have a Freddy's story that happened to me the other day. Would you like to know more?
Yes, I love Freddy's.
And all of this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only what happened.
Okay.
That's all I have to say. It's all for entertainment. So I go to Freddy's the other night because I got to have a milkshake. Every now and then I got to have one of their chocolate shakes. And
yes.
I like to get the French fries because I like to dip the French fries in the shake. I didn't get a burger. Just got a little small fry and a chocolate shake.
And they got those string fries.
Yeah, I love those string fries. That's what I got. So I'm kind of eating them in the car as I'm driving back here to my house. Allegedly, had this happened. This is what might have happened in my head during this story. And I have this fancy new BMW that is very fast. It's 0 to 60 in about 3.5 seconds, and it's all-wheel drive and it's all electric, so it's not even fair. So I'm behind this white Porsche, and it's like a Sunday night. There's no traffic. The sun's starting to go down. Nobody on this big 8-lane road, right? It's just like 3 cars. And I'm like, because I got, there's nowhere for anybody to pull out in front of me on this big road. There's no side streets for about 2 miles. It's where everyone races, basically. Okay. So I'm behind this Porsche, and I'm like, I'm going to play with this Porsche here as soon as I can get around him. And then I look over to the left of the Porsche, and in front of him is a black Hellcat, a Hellcat Charger, and it's got a Florida license plate that says FNFST. Do you get it?
No.
Fucking fast. That's what. Okay. Yeah, that's what. So I immediately ignore the Porsche, and there's a little bit of traffic, so I can't get next to anybody. And somebody makes a quick left, and I'm like, I can get right. So I whip 3 lanes over and get right next to this Hellcat, and I put the car in sport boost mode real quick, and I just kind of glaze over. And there's 3 people in the car, and they have the driver's got the window down, then somebody in the back's got the windows up. I don't know what they're doing. Just three 20-something white kids. And I just glance over at the guy and look ahead, and then he just nails it from the red light. Now he's a car length ahead of me. So I just put my foot, allegedly, all the way to the floor, and I drove right around this screaming supercharged Hellcat and beat him by more than a car length before I had to slam on the brakes at the next red light by the mall. And so he pulls right up next to me, and the dude in the back of the Hellcat is rolling his window down, just laughing his ass off. And the driver won't look at me. And he's just like, the guy's like, holy shit. And I'm just taking a big bite of French fries as the driver looks over at me. He's like, are you eating French fries? And I said, I'm eating French fries and kicking your ass. And his buddy just busted out laughing. And he was like, oh my God. And I said, I thought those things were, your license plate says that it's fast. Is it fast? Or maybe you should just give me that license plate. And his friends in the car are dying. No. And he's got his head in his hands, and he's just like, oh my God. And then luckily the light turned green for him, and he drove away quickly and turned. But allegedly, that's what happened to me, and it was really, really fun. Had that happened, it would have been fun.
Next reason why you want to get old?
Yes.
Things you buy now won't wear out.
Well, that's true.
I may not make it past my watch. Oh, here's a good one. But I actually eat earlier than this, though. You can actually eat dinner at 4.
Oh, I guess that's true.
I eat dinner between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Of course you do.
At lunchtime.
Sure.
And then like 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, I might have a little snack. I tell you what, though, you lose a lot of weight when you eat that early.
Yeah, I've been eating that early, and I'm not losing any weight. So
here's one. You enjoy hearing about other people's operations.
Yeah, that is what you old people do. You love to talk about your medical shit.
You can actually get into heated arguments about pension plans.
Pension plans. All right.
All right. You no longer think of speed limits as a challenge.
That hasn't happened yet. This hasn't happened to me yet. I can beat that.
You quit trying to hold your stomach in.
I quit doing that a long time ago.
Me.
Yeah, I don't care.
You sing along with elevator music.
Yeah, you know that you're old when the music in Publix is your favorite music. And that's been going on for a long time, by the way.
This is something that's true because I haven't had to change my prescription in forever. Your eyes won't get much worse.
Oh, that's not, yeah. No, that's not mine. I had to buy new glasses. I'm wearing new glasses right now.
I see that.
Yeah, thank you.
Are they your new readers or regular glasses?
New readers, and I need regular glasses too because I needed stronger readers.
Your investment in health insurance is finally paying off.
Oh my God. You're not making this easy on me at all.
Your joints are more accurate than the weather forecaster.
Yeah, and
That's true.
Joints become a whole different thing when you're a little bit older. Or do they?
Your secrets are safe with your friends because they can't remember them either.
Mm-hmm. That's why I got you that Alzheimer's patch.
Oh, this is hilarious. Your supply of brain cells is finally down to a manageable size.
All right. I feel that we should end the show on this.
In a hostage situation, you're likely to be released first. That's it.
It's true. That's true.
All
right, yeah.
I didn't really write those, but they were funny. I got a kick out of those. I said, I got to share this because this tells you why I'm so happy.
Oh, that's why you're happy? That's why.
You know, I always wanted to live my life fat, dumb, and happy.
How's that going?
That's a nice low bar to set. Well, I like the fat idea, but the fat idea didn't work well with my health, so I had to get rid of the fat.
Yep.
But the dumb and happy seems to be working fine.
What did Dean Wormer say in Animal House? Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son. It turns out he was right.
Yes.
You know something else about fat people? There are no old fat people. Did you ever notice that?
No.
None. There's just zero. So I think you'll be okay. You're very thin. I'm not used to seeing you this thin.
Oh, I know. This is a 215-pound me. It was 270.
All right. I got to make an appointment at my doctor and get some Ozempic. I got to do something.
You know, that stuff does work.
I know it does. It just stops you from eating.
But there's one thing you got to pay attention to. I don't know if this matters or not, and I'm not sure what other stuff you're already on as far as medicine.
I'm not on anything.
Okay, because there's a guy that I know from church, and he had to lose weight. He's an older guy, but he had to lose weight. Mm-hmm. So he went on that Ozempic. Yeah. And he said things he could do around the house before were getting harder. Like he couldn't lift up bricks, like a brick or whatever. It's too heavy.
Yeah.
And they find out that you have to add some kind of protein, almost like a creatine or something.
Yeah.
With that, it tells you what to use. There's some kind of supplement you have to take with that, or you will lose all your. I don't care. I don't know if you care if you lose your strength, but you'll lose your weight, but you'll lose all your strength. I don't know if it shrinks your muscle too while it's at it.
I've already lost all my strength a long time ago. I'm very weak.
But he was saying that's the one thing he didn't know. He says he couldn't understand why he's getting so weak about it. They don't tell you about that.
I did lift up a 55-inch flat screen TV last week and hang it up on a wall. But those aren't that heavy, but man, I could barely do it. I was saying to myself, I should not be doing this. Is a terrible idea.
Well, you're trying to hold it up and brace and bracket.
Well, I had the brackets on the back of the TV, and I had the brackets installed where they needed to be to mount the TV to. And all I had to do was just get it up there and get it hooked in correctly, and then I could just tighten the screws, and I'm good. And I did it, but I may have permanently injured myself by lifting this TV. And it's like, I know, why don't you wait for somebody to come over? And I know, you're right, I should have. But
how's your knee doing?
Not good. I got a shot in it last week, and it's bad. I
thinking bad?
Do I call the doctor back and say, hey, my knee still hurts, or is there nothing he can do? I don't know what to do.
Honestly, I would do because you're still young. Because I even did it at my age. Was get yourself a physical get them to write a prescription for a physical therapist.
I need to get the knee replaced. Is what
And
I need to do.
exercise it.
I just don't want to get. I did. That's what hurt. It was exercise. I rode my bike 12 miles yesterday.
So
before it
so
rained.
it's not a sports injury or some kind of injury. It's this arthritis.
It's bone on bone.
Okay.
And I think
they got that.
I think he missed when he put the cortisone in last week, and now the whole thing just hurts.
Oh.
It's bugging the shit out of me. And welcome to the old people pain doctor version of our show. And we're going to stop it right here, right now, before we continue.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, those pain, they don't go away on their own. That's for sure.
I know. Shit. All right. Well, I'm going to call the doctor. I'm going to go and call the
Ibuprofen's
doctor
your
now.
friend, by the way.
You what?
Ibuprofen is a friend.
Ibuprofen is my friend. I don't like drugs, man.
It's just over the counter.
I know. He gave me some
shrinks
the swelling. Yeah,
swelling down.
He gave me some 800 some giant horse pills of that I guess I'll take it. Hurts my stomach, but I guess it does work. All right, fine, I'll do that.
All right, my friend.
Yeah, happy New Year. Happy birthday to my daughter who is old today.
Happy birthday, D.
Yeah, and I've got to run because somebody has to buy her an expensive dinner and give her a lot of cash for her birthday because I don't know what else to do.
Where's she taking you? Where's she want you to take her?
Yeah, she's taking me. We always do.
Besides the cleaners,
we always do hibachi for my birthday or her birthday.
Okay.
We always do. We love the hibachi.
You still like that, don't you?
I love it. I like.
We
the
went
show.
there for a New Year's Eve one time.
It's so fun. It's still fun.
Once I seen that one movie where the hibachi guy was hired as an assassin and cut somebody's head off.
Don't think about that.
Yeah, I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah, most of these guys now are just a bunch of stoner white kids from who are dropped out of college. Yeah, I know it's hard even to find a good Asian anymore. You have to go to Venice for that. Those little mom and pop shops. But we're trying some new place tonight that I don't know what it is, but it's got good reviews.
Oh, by the way, I know you're going to write this on your calendar, but coming up in the fall, Morrissey's coming to St. Pete.
Oh, I will need to write that on my calendar.
New album.
Oh, another new album.
He's good live. He really is good live. Still,
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna call my friend Jody, and we're gonna get tickets, and we're gonna go. And I'm gonna make sure Jody keeps the razor blades at home.
Yes. Yeah. Don't go there being sad. You'll come out worse.
You could make so much money just selling razor blades. Just sell them like one at a time. Don't even sell the case. Just like $5 a razor blade. It's like what?
That's so sad.
It's sad because it's true. I think I might do it. These are good razor blades, sterilized. I soaked them in alcohol before I came over. These are good. You could use these. Now, if you want some tourniquets, that's going to cost you. The razor blades are $1, but the tourniquets are $20.
Yeah, these aren't for cutting. This is not for cutting. This is for doing it.
This
is the real thing, man.
And it's for entertainment purposes only, obviously. So there's my disclaimer. I can't get in trouble. I'm an entrepreneur, Mark. What can I tell you?
The sad thing is that's the way our brains work.
Yep.
It's always worked that way.
You know it's a good idea, too. That's why you can't even fault me.
No. Okay.
Have a nice week, Mark.
You too. Tell Dan I said happy birthday.
I certainly will. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
See ya.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.